All right. What is today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I got a lot going on. Not much scheduled, but the world of IT is a funny world. It doesn't matter what you got scheduled. Your day can fill up pretty quick with just random stuff. I do have a family medical appointment that I'm helping to drive around for. Oh, and shoot, I need to. There we go. And actually, sorry, so we have two PlayStation accounts, and I need to go back and I need to add the free PlayStation Plus games to my alternate account that usually my daughter uses, and it's kind of rough because like I'm constantly trying to make sure that like our alt account isn't missing out on stuff. And my daughter, she's such a good sport. Like she's so optimistic and everything. She's just like, it's okay, Dad. No, it's fine. Like, and I'm like, no, it's not. Your brother and I have games that you don't, and that's garbage. So, yeah, I need to fix that. Coral buddies. Ah, there we go. Hit him once, twice, three times. Do not shoot the coral buddies. Of course, that's my own fault. I was standing here and I was making the backdrop as them. See how the tree got shot? They were shooting at me. They weren't shooting at the coral buddies. So you got to be careful of your backdrop if you're ever going to fire a firearm. And never aim a firearm at a person. Like, I know this is a video game. That's like the whole point. But you never aim a gun at something you are not ready to shoot. That's the thing, because it could go off unexpectedly. There's a number of reasons why a firearm could go off. Best thing, just don't handle a firearm. There you go. Unless you're properly trained. And even then, like, I was properly trained, and I haven't been around guns for, 20 years? No need. I mean, like, it used to be a fun pastime up in the mountains when there wasn't anything else to do. There was no internet, no movies, no theaters, no shopping malls. No places of a bunch of people congregating, and like, no, you're just up there with whoever else is up there, for good or bad, you know? And actually, it was really good, too. I mean, I would not trade my upbringing for anything else. I loved growing up in a small mountain town where everybody was at least friendly with each other. I mean, not everybody was friends, but, I mean, and I feel like I picked on a couple of kids, and I've since tried to apologize to them and talk to them about it, but, you know, everyone was just doing their best. Like, it wasn't like, you know, people were out to, like, make too bad of a situation for others, but because that was the nice thing, is like, you know, you couldn't really be a bully up there. Like, well, you could, but like, people picked onto it pretty quick, and like, you know, and then it got lonely being a bully, so like, most people would just be like, all right, no, I'm not going to be mean to everybody. And most other people would be like, oh, hey, you know, you're trying to hang out with people, maybe I shouldn't be so mean back, you know, and stuff like that. So it's just wood. Let's just go to this house. So I don't know, but anyways, this is a pre-morning or pre-work, before work vidya. So I'm about to get a lot of stuff done. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm just so done. I'm burned out. I'm ready to be done. Like, I thought we were going to have a nice break after we finished getting this semester underway, and then already I'm prepping stuff for next year, and it's like, no. I didn't even have a chance to breathe, to catch up. I've got projects piling up, backlogged, and all this, and like, ugh. And the worst part is, well, I'm trying not to be too public about that, but so I won't. I don't trust certain things, we'll put it that way. And my trust has been broken, and it's not very well on the way to healing either. Like, I mean, some bad things happened, bad things continued to happen, no repercussions were for the person that was doing the bad things. If anything, the dude pretended he didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? This is disrespectful. This is unacceptable behavior from a teammate. Unacceptable. And it's being accepted. Not only is it being accepted, it's being pampered and nurtured, and oh, poor baby, poor this. No, what? No. So we'll see what happens. I mean, truth be told, I'm not that far from the door, but I mean, like, I love my job so much that I have stayed, and I have a lot of options. Like, shoot, the NSA is still reaching out. Like, the government would hire me. Like, you know, schools, universities, like, you know, I have plenty of options. It's just, I don't wanna. Like, I mean, the only problem I have is this one dude. That's it. Everything else is great, stellar, beautiful. Like, the people I work with, they're so kind and everything. Like, literally everybody else. But nah, this one jerk. Anyways, but what we're talking about now. Someone else is taking pot shots at me. There we go. Gotta get the other one. Yeah, bot patrol. So anyways, I woke up thinking about completely different things, and that's the other thing. Like, I mean, I want people to know that I don't just obsess about this problem. Like, I am taking care of it. I'm either taking care of it or I'm going to leave. Like, that's one of the solutions to fix the problem. Like, if things don't improve, I'm just going to leave. Like, that's all there is to it. Like, I refuse to be disrespected in my place of business habitually. Like, habitually. But no, this other guy is about to get away with crimes against humanity. So I just realized that there is a statute of limitations for grape in Colorado of 20 years. 20 years. So it's 2026. This guy was spiking drinks and graping people in 2009. I mean, maybe even before that. This might have started in 2008, actually. But definitely by 2009, he was doing this. I mean, 2008, I don't think he really was. He had a girlfriend, and so, like, and she was his whole world and everything. She and him both stole from me, and she actually confessed later. She was like, sorry, we stole from you. And I'm like, that's okay, I knew. I mean, you weren't that sneaky, first of all. But second of all, I didn't care because I was just excited to have friends. And that's a bad thing about, like, neurodivergent type people and just really kind people. And, you know, there's certain personality mixes where I mean, I'm in there too, people pleasing. And, like, we'll let people walk all over us just to have a friend, you know. But then it's like, wait a minute, why? Why did I do that? Why did I allow this to go on? Well, it's because you don't really know what to say in the moment. Like, you know, you catch people stealing from you or talking bad behind your back or all sorts of things. And I had so many people that respected me more than this guy that came up to me and told me stuff about him. Like, hey, man, like, he's taking your stuff or he's talking to your lady or like this and that and like all of these things. And I had eyes everywhere, still do. Although I've backed off because stalking is a very real thing. Do anything against him. I mean, any more than I had already planned. Like, I'm just kidding. So we got 3 years. 3 years. It is now 2026. This happened in spring of 2009 is when it all went down. And then he told me on a phone call after I got done with my jail stuff and I got back out. He was like, yeah, man, the police caught me on 2 recorded phone calls. 2 women caught me admitting that I knew they were spiked when I graped them. He didn't say that he graped them, but like he just said that when I slept with them or something like that. Basically, the gist is he hooked up with these 2 girls that were spiked, drugged. And he did it too. Like, but thanks to the switcheroo, he didn't drug those women. He drugged 2 other women, most likely. And those other 2 women were graped by someone else. So there you go. We got predatory crimes that have not been answered for. And 5 years probation, that's such a slap on the wrist. Like, oh, we don't want to ruin this poor boy's future. Like, what about the woman's future? Like, you know, those 2 women now have less faith in humanity, maybe forever. And he's over there just chilling. Probation, you can't drink. And then guess what? He joined the military to get away from his probation so he could go around the world and drink and do other things. So he didn't even serve probation. He didn't even serve it. He did not do it. So, yeah, he got out of it. He basically dodged a draft, as it were. Yeah. So I've been talking to people, you know, talk to the police, they know. I've talked to people like the Alaskan Avenger. That's all he does is he publicly shames predators for their crimes. It's a beautiful thing. He hasn't like actually like reached back out about this particular one, but it's only a matter of time. I've been telling the story on a few of his posts, and he's gonna be reading me and be like, "Wow, this guy just really keeps talking about this. This is seriously bothering him." And they're gonna probably see that, well, I guess out of confessionals and stuff, I might as well just be upfront with my own stuff. I do have slightly bad paperwork. I did screw over one guy. I feel horrible about it. I thought I was facing 16 years in prison. So yeah, I did screw over one guy, and that sucks. And I apologized to him too. Like I called him and like I talked to him after the dust settled, and I saw that he was in the halfway house. I was like, oh, you're good too. You didn't, like that's all I was concerned about. I was like, I thought he was going to go to prison for like 15, 16 years. And I was like, no, nobody should go to prison for this long. Like, this is just ridiculous. Of course, the reality is the police lied, like they do. They lied about all that stuff. That's the maximum that could have happened if like I took it to trial and tried to say, no, I didn't do this, because they caught me red-handed doing some stupid stuff. And it's like, well, 16 years. So I was thinking about taking my own life, taking a cop's life, like, but I couldn't do it because I'm friends with so many cops back home that I saw them as just another dad to someone else's kids, like, well, sorry, dad to their kids, but, a dad, a son, a brother, a husband, like, or a wife. I wouldn't kill a woman, Jesus. And I wouldn't kill a man either. I like really probably couldn't even pull the trigger when it came time. So like, I was just gonna kill myself, like, that's where our criminal justice system was, because of a few mistakes that I made, which actually, guess what? They're not mistakes anymore. It's now legal what I was doing. So basically, I was mad against something, not same as slavery, but slavery, segregation, all those things that were legal before. Oh, did someone shoot at me, or was that just her? Yep. It's Miku! Sorry, Miku. Miku. So anyways, yeah. So technically, and that's kind of the funny thing, is I almost got jumped by a few gangbangers. I think because of that. Like I don't see anything else that I did. I did ask them to do some things, which wasn't really that big of a deal. I was just asking them if they knew where to get something, and the one guy was trying to be sober. So like I get that he felt disrespected by that, but a simple no would have been fine. Like, he organized like 3 dudes to try to take me on, because I'm a kind of a big dude, and like he knew that he couldn't come, sideways at me alone. Like I would have mopped the floor with him. Well, again, he was one of my close friends in jail in the halfway house, so like I don't think I could have really hurt him too bad, but if somebody hits me, I'll break their leg. Like, I don't play that, So, yeah, he knew. He brought 2 other friends. But then I was too lazy to go meet him. I was like, you know what? Sorry, my bad. I changed my mind. In fact, I think I even said something to the tune of, I'm sorry, man. You're trying to stay sober, and I'm trying to get you in trouble. Like, all right, well, not like that, but like, I'm asking you stupid questions. Like, I shouldn't be bothering you with this. And I said, never mind. And I called it off. And he told me later, he's like, yeah, it's a good thing you called it off, because I was there with 2 of my friends. Like, I was like, all right, well, what did you plan to accomplish with that? Like, you're just going to go to war with people you don't understand and you don't know? Like, because my people are up in the mountains. Like, I was pretty much alone here. But all it would take, if I really wanted to go get my friends, like, yeah, I could ride on them with it. I didn't even need to. I could have probably taken the 2 or 3 if I could have ambushed them. But either way, this dude, the focus of the dude, the sexual predator that's about to get away with it, as far as I know, nothing's happened. I haven't heard anything about him paying any kind of, like... What? Thanks, guy. You see what you just did? Now I gotta go destroy him again. Nope. Oh, pee-pee-yee-pee. Yeah. I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen. Pen, pineapple, apple pen. All right. Stop it. I get stuck on the building, and then I try to like back out of it, and it's like, oh, you want to build more? It's like, no, I don't. Pen, pineapple, apple pen. Where'd my car go? Ow, ow, ow. Oh well. It's not that big of a deal. Come on, NPC, we gotta run. Let's make sure I have full ammo. So that's going to be one of my missions. And the thing is like, this is one of the worst times to try to do any of this, because I'm still trying to like, I'm launching the Gosh. I'm launching the Gosh initiative, which is the Global Online Safety Helpers. I have people that speak Russian, Ukrainian, Chinese, Spanish, Arabic. What else? Probably German. And really probably every language. So like the people of Coding Game, once they see that I'm actually not some crazy person and I actually intend to help teach cybersecurity basics. Oh, come on. So she's dead. Oh, I'm dead. Ah, but I'm respawning. Oh, killed by the Yeti. Alright. So anyways, I got 3 years to get this guy to confess that he assaulted these women and he drugged other women. Now maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't drug other women, and I'd like to think that's what the case is. But I'll tell you one thing. Like, the odds of that being the case are not good, because when I got out of jail, and I was only in jail for like a night or two, like, I mean, I bonded out pretty quick, but thankfully, you know, my mom came up all the way up to come bail me out of jail, and like, but when I got out of jail and I was talking to people, this one woman in particular said, hey, well, because they were asking me, like, well, so what happened? What, you know, why were you in jail? And I was like, well, I was in jail because, and they were surprised because they thought that the dude was going to go to jail because he was doing way more worse stuff than I was. If anything, I was like trying to protect the community and help people and, you know, be the trustworthy person. I had a key to everyone's apartment because I was the assistant, or I was the residence assistant manager type person there on site, meaning that if I wanted to, I could have stole, assaulted, like robbed, like anything. I could have hurt people. I could have come in while they were sleeping, like done all sorts of number of crazy things. And I was trusted with a key to the entire complex. Why? Because I'm not a skis ball. I love cheesy poos. You love cheesy poos. I mean, I have cheesy poos. I love cheesy poofs, you love cheesy poofs. Yeah! Oh, Tally's so cool. I mean, I don't know where these other people are at, but... So yeah, 3 years. We've got 3, maybe 4 years to get a confession out of the guy. I think I can do it. Legally. Legally. I hate that I have to say that, but, you know, legally and peacefully. Because he knows what he did. Whoops. Ah, no, that's it. Oh, you got me. Touche, good sir. How are we doing on time? Yeah, I could do one more, and then I actually got to start getting to work. And that's the thing. I'm working from home today. I got like, which, and that's annoying because people tend to expect like, oh my gosh. Okay, well that's not, all right, that's fine. There you go. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Sorry. It's like, so, and AI is pretty interesting because like, and I work for higher education. Like we already have problems with students trying to cheat and like write their essays with AI. And that's just a given. That's all teachers, all professors are having to deal with this issue. And students don't understand that you are basically robbing yourself of the, and I, you know, we can say it all we want. I heard it growing up too. Like people would say, don't cheat, you're just only cheating yourself. And you don't really understand it until you do. And then it's like, oh, I was cheating myself because I wasn't really learning what I was paying all this money to learn. And so now I just paid a bunch of money to waste my time, basically. And so, or you might get something out of a class, learn something, grow, and just be like all excited and have an aha moment and all this and connect with your classmates and all of the fun stuff, which is hard for like, I mean, antisocial people, more introverted people. And that's why I love these like Soulsborne groups that I'm becoming a part of. But even then, like I just saw, they're doing face reveals, and this one gal, and these are kids, like they're like 20-year-olds and something, and like I'm almost 40, so like I can't be like romantically thinking about any of them that way, which is nice. I mean, that sounds so stupid. Like, why can't you just contain yourself? Well, you don't understand. Like when somebody is like has and stuff, yeah, they can contain themselves, but it's very hard to hit on so much and just didn't realize it, and then I thought I was being hit on and it wasn't, and so like I, you know, horrible at signals. Like it goes both ways. Like I mean, you know, there were a lot of times where someone was flirting with me and I'm like, oh, they're just really nice, and then later somebody told me, but like, dude, she was totally flirting with you. You're like, oh, okay. Or like this one time, I was actually walking around with that guy that was drugging and raping women. Like he and these two, you know, attractive women at CSU came by us, and we were all the same age at this time, so this was like more fair game. But like these two girls were like, and we'll say girls, boys at the time. We were technically adults, but we were still really young. And they were like, oh, you should totally go to the gym. It feels so good and try it. I was like, yeah, I get all that booze seeking out the pores and stuff, and then like. I just kind of kept walking on because they just seemed so fake, and they, you know, like they're like, "Hi, boys," and all this and all that. And I get it. Like, I mean, I was kind of a jock in high school, but I was also a super nerd and like wizard and like well, drug dealer and like all this and like all of these other things. I was a jock when it worked, but I mean, I just played sports and I was very active in the sports, but when at the end of the day, when it was time to go hang out with people, I would go hang out with my nerdy gamer friends. And you know, nothing against the other jocks. Like, I mean, it was, and again, it was a small town, so like everybody kind of wore all the hats. Like, it was cool. Like, you know, you could be a jock and then like a Bible thumper, but then also like, you know, a gamer, or you could be a druggie, or you could do all of these things. There were really no lines and stuff, and it was fine. Like people learned that like, oh, drugs aren't that bad. Although near the end there though, I was getting into some hard stuff and people started being like, man, that Alex is falling off. Like, but really I was just having a great time and learning about all this stuff. And then, You know, but then it was the law enforcement and the corrections like making people do shortcuts. That was the ultimate downfall. Like if it wasn't for the fear of the police always kicking in your door and be like, freeze, scumbag, and all this just for having a party, like, you know, and you're literally not hurting anybody else. Like if anything, we were keeping people from hurting other people by being a strong community, like keeping an eye out for people, say, drugging and raping people. Like my people would never stand for that. And they didn't. I mean, you know, once it was found out that that dude was like willing to do that sort of thing, he was cut off. He was done. He was gone to the organization, the community. Like nobody wanted to mess with him. Like he was just ultimate human garbage, and is still. Like he never paid for those crimes. Like he didn't learn a lesson. He learned just don't get caught. That's it. So yeah, if I will do what I can to make sure that he pays for his legally, again, legally. I'm not going to go hurt anybody physically. Mentally, maybe. Like this dude's in for a world of hurt because I know who he is. I know his name. I actually know where he's at. Like, I mean, he has like 4 or 5 Facebook profiles that say different things like Utah and stuff because he's trying to hide. There we go. I want to come see what these guys are doing. They're building a boat. Look at these gnomes. Look at them. Oh, that's so cool. They look like Gary. I got a garden gnome, Gary, a little garden gnome that I hide with my kids. Like, they'll look for Gary sometimes. We haven't done it in a while. Actually, as I say that, we also have an elf on the shelf, Randy, that wanders around and hides. He's pretty fun. It's just fun things to do with the kids. And I have a daughter. And if she was ever assaulted by someone like that, the law enforcement wouldn't have a chance to catch up. So I'm actually saving this dude from what he's, you know, once the parents of these other kids find out what he's done, hard telling what's going to happen, you know? And I think the police know that. And some of the police are going to be like, you know what, let it happen. I mean, that guy didn't have any consequences for breaking one of the worst laws to break. You don't rape people. That's stealing something. And that's why I love the Alaskan Avenger. Like, he was just talking about he had to justify why he was robbing the people that he was assaulting. And then he explained, he's like, you know, when you're the victim of sexual assault, they take something from you that you can never get back. Like, they take your innocence, they take your happiness, your security. And that's so true. Like, I've listened to, you know, victims of sexual assault talk about this, you know, multiple times. And it's a recurring theme. And that's why that crime is so horrible, is because you're stealing from them what they can never get back. I mean, they might be able to get it back, actually, I could say. But, like, it's going to take a lot of therapy, a lot of work, a lot of processing, and all that. And this dude was just willy-nilly. Like, I mean, even as I knew him, there were several sketchy situations where he would play these parlor tricks. He would encourage women to drink more. Me too. Like, I mean, for all I know, like, I don't know, he would, like, try to get me drunk too, so then I could, like, you know, maybe commit crimes with him or something. But the thing is with my brain is no matter how drunk I got, it still worked. Like, I still knew right from wrong. And I was like, most of the time. I mean, there was a couple of blackout nights where, like, yeah, okay, I could see like that. But for the most part, I almost remember everything from my drinking nights and my drinking times. You know, how I said something bad. Like, I almost got into a fight this one time because I realized I was being a jerk, and I'm like, sorry, I need to leave. And then, like, but then as I was walking by, I'm like, you know, it's a good thing that we decided not to do this. And I was being sincere, but they took it as like, you're lucky I don't beat you up, bro. And that's not what I meant. I was like, man, I just got into a lot of trouble with my other roommate, and now I'm like waiting to go to the halfway house, and, you know, but they were overcrowded, so they let me stay in my apartment ahead of time. Ooh. Nice. Oh, what is that? Ah! You're trying to third party me, huh? I'm gonna get to you. Where'd you go? Wait, what? He came up and around? Yeah, brrrr, goes the sound of my gut. Brrrr. Yeah. Stop it. Ah, touche. All right, well, I gotta get ready for work. That is about 30 minutes. You lost your car there, huh? Wiser jeans. All right, but anyways, I don't know. I mean, as long as the victims are okay, that's where, I'm okay as long as the victims are okay. But I don't think the victims are okay, especially if he only got 5 years probation, joined the army, got to get glory, all that stuff. Very clear. The theme is South Park and 667. What? Dude, 6-7. Check it out. Yeah. Oh, I don't have any V-Bucks. 0 V-Bucks. Oh, how are my passes? I don't think I have any more V-Bucks ones. No. Oops. The only one is in here, and it's just for 100. So, yeah. We'll see. Fortnite reload. Wait, what? Oh, I gotta get 65 to unlock a new set. Then what else can I collect? Oh, well. Anyways, things are coming together as far as the online voting server and then the global online safety helpers. Like, I really need to do the global online safety helpers first, and then that'll make more people feel confident about the online voting server. And once more people feel confident about the online voting server, then that's going to change. And then really the whole world can know pure democracy where the people decide everything, and then the rich and powerful no longer have any power. Like, that's it. Like, the rich and powerful will not have any ability to coerce or force other people to do things that they don't want to do, to live lives they don't want to live, and to punish people for things that they themselves do. So, yeah, it's a beautiful time, and I'm going to keep on keeping on. But I got little petty stuff. Like, I got to figure out my gym membership because that whole debacle. Like, now I don't even have a gym, which is annoying, but, whatever. Like, I don't even really care anymore. Like, I could just go to a different gym, or I have a home gym. Like, I was spending a lot of money to do it, and I need to stay in shape and all that. But, like, I was jumping through all these hoops to get a reimbursement, which they do if it works. If you're successful in it, they'll reimburse $400. But, like, it's just really shady, and there's so many ways that they just breaks. And so, yeah. But anyways, ta-ta for now. I will see you in the next one.